What's up? What's up?
What's up, YouTube family?
All right, YouTube. So we have this liberal professor has a meltdown when Hockley asks if men can get pregnant. Speaking from personal experience, I have been pregnant 4 times. How many times have you been pregnant?
You talking to me?
You're the only man in the room.
I've never been pregnant.
You've never been
pregnant?
Never. Have you ever tried to get pregnant?
Say that again?
Have you ever tried to get pregnant?
Yeah, a lot of thoughts came through my mind. No.
No. Okay.
Kind of offended me a little bit, but no, I've no.
Okay, so any normal mind man does not think about getting pregnant.
Okay, well, if to think about a man to think about getting pregnant, that's kind of rough, man. I mean, no, never mind. But other than that, let's get to the video.
Well, that
question kind of messed me up a little bit. Okay,
I just wanted to. I'm glad I got you on the spot and got your honest reaction to that question. He didn't know I was asking this.
Can I get? Have I ever thought about getting pregnant? I asked my grandma one time. I said, "Grandma, how does it feel to have a baby?" She said, "Picture yourself peeing out a watermelon." So now the question you just asked me. Have I ever thought about getting pregnant? No. Right. I would not desire to pee out a watermelon out of my penis. I do not desire to pee out a watermelon out of my penis.
That is a very graphic illustration of that. It was a
very graphic question you just asked me.
It was a very heavy question, and I kind of regret asking that.
I'm glad you do.
All right, let's get into the video.
Bridges, you said several times, you've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
Oh, so your view is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing that.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancies?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide. So
I think that when you're upset, these individuals, they go straight to transphobia, and that's their scapegoat.
Right.
If I say that to you, now I have you in a corner where you can't say anything. It's like you can't question them because they get so offended.
But they want to know why you feel a certain way or why you don't agree. But you can't ask them a question. And then the thing says if men can get pregnant. I don't think anything about trans men. So I get confused still. So a trans man
used to be a woman. Transformer, like a transformer. Transformers, like robot in disguise. Okay, she transformed into a man.
Okay,
so she's still a woman.
Has the capabilities of getting pregnant, long as the equipment is still there.
Yeah.
But once the equipment comes out, she can no longer get pregnant. It's like a woman has a hysterectomy or something.
This is the question: can she get a woman pregnant? If a trans man get a woman pregnant? I don't care how much does a doctor do to that individual.
Because can a doctor make sperm? Can a doctor make sperm?
I don't know, but
okay, let's go.
Let's get back to the video.
Okay. So I think it's important
Because of
for
my
us-
line of questioning? So
Because-
we can't talk about it?
Because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist
I'm
is
denying that trans
dangerous.
people exist by
Are
asking
you?
you if you're
Are
talking
you?
about women
Are you?
having pregnancies.
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can
So
get
you are
pregnant.
denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence? Is this how?
The court. See, the thing is that she asked, "Do you believe can men get pregnant?" He said, "No, I don't believe that men can get pregnant." She should have said this: "Do you believe that trans men can get pregnant?" Now you're cooking with grease, because trans man mean that's a woman that has transformed like a transformer into a man.
But still have the ovaries on
They have the
uterus
ovaries and
the
everything.
things.
Even if the doctor change, because they have it where you could change the I guess the vagina into
But again,
a penis.
But again, where's the baby coming out of?
Say that again.
I said, if you change that area down there, what is the baby gonna come out of? They gonna have a C-section?
You have to have C-section. Yes, yeah.
But again, what's the violence coming in at? Like, why are we having violence when we don't buy into this reality? That's my
the
thing.
violence is that they're trying to figure out why you can't understand where they're coming from. So
I do understand.
Instead
It
of them
doesn't
being
make
on the offense, they're always on the defense. That's why they say transphobia. You ask them a question about anything concerning the way they think or what's going on, transphobia always come out of their mouth. Seriously, because they're always on the defense. There's never an offense. Soon as she started talking, she was on the defense.
She almost ripped that mask off. She almost ripped her ears off when she took that mask off.
How you run your classroom? Are students allowed to question you, or are they
Absolutely.
also treated like this, where
No,
they're
they're
told
allowed
that
to
they're
question.
opening up people to violence?
We have a good
by
time in my
questioning?
class. You should join.
I bet.
You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a
I'll
lot.
drop that
I've learned a
class.
lot
I
just in
know.
this
Me
exchange.
too. Absolutely.
Extraordinary.
Yep.
Ms. Matsky, let me ask you something. So, you provide health care to women free of charge, right? Is that right?
Absolutely,
You've done this
free
for
of
many years.
Yep.
You have licensed medical professionals at your pregnancy care centers. Is that right?
That is correct.
What are some of the resources that you provide for women who come to you in a time of need?
So-
Just give us you talked about it in your written testimony, but just give us a sense of it.
So we have 3 OBGYN doctors, 5 registered nurses, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, phlebotomists, medical assistants, and we provide prenatal care, OBGYN care. We provide pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, well woman visits, breast exams. We provide a wide range of medical services. Yes.
So, what do you think about the DC politicians now saying that your clinic and the other 3,000 pregnancy care centers around this country are fake medical clinics? For instance, Senator Warren has said it's now more important than ever to crack down on so-called crisis pregnancy centers that mislead and deceive patients. Senator Menendez, crisis pregnancy centers jeopardize women's health and well-being, all while elevating unproven theories about birth control. Senator Warner wrote to Google asking them to censor search results for care centers like yours, saying directing women to fake clinics that traffic in misinformation is dangerous to women's health and undermines the integrity of Google's search results. Do you run a fake clinic? I mean, is that what's happening here? You don't provide actual medical care to actual women?
We absolutely do not.
So she's a fake clinic because she caters to women, and she used the word women. The services that he said are services that I would expect, a clinic to give to, women.
I mean, is he talking about abortion clinics?
Well, he didn't say abortion clinics.
Okay.
He didn't say abortion clinics.
I thought I heard abortion.
I guess when he said
abortions
they provide them with insurance. I don't think insurance covers abortions anyway.
No, he was saying it's actually it's like you don't have to have insurance, right?
Well, for an abortion, you pay for an abortion. That's what I'm saying. Like they're mentioning that it's more of an insurance they provide people with insurance, and it's a health clinic.
And maybe she'll go
But
back. Maybe she'll go further.
So maybe
in detail.
let's see, because I'm kind of confused. I'm thinking it's probably because they use the word women services, but let's see.
Run a fake clinic, and we have a full medical staff. Like I said, many of our medical professionals have experienced abortion for themselves, including our OBGYN doctor who used to perform abortions. So our entire medical staff is there for women, whether they choose abortion and walk out the door or whether they choose life for their baby, and we support them for years after that.
Do you think there ought to be an ideological test to be able to get medical care in this country? I mean, should we say to women, well, you have to agree with the DC Democrats' ideology?
Okay, so they don't do abortions at the clinic. The women leave and if they so choose, they can get an abortion somewhere, but they don't do them at her clinic.
I thought she said they did it.
No, she said some of the physicians that work there used to do
it. Okay.
Abortions. They don't do them now, but it's like, okay, they had a change of heart, and then they work for that particular facility to support women and having the baby. But women who decide to leave may choose to leave and have an abortion somewhere else. Okay.
Otherwise, you can't go get medical care. Or maybe for you and the physicians who work at your pregnancy care center or the thousands of others across the country, should we impose an ideological test on them and say that, well, you have to agree with the DC Democrats' position on abortion or you can't provide medical care to women? Should we do that in this country?
Absolutely not.
I just want to ask in my few remaining seconds here, Miss Harley, the Dobbs decision, as I understand it, I've read it now a number of times, it gives to voters the decision as to what laws should be pertaining to life and pertaining to abortion in all 50 states and other jurisdictions around the country. I'm just curious, do you know what percentage of voters in this country support the DC Democrats' position that they want to impose on the entire country, a one-size-fits-all rule they want to impose from the top down? Do you know what percentage of voters support their position, which is also, by the way, the same position taken by North Korea and China, other notable violators of human rights? Do you know what percentage it is?
I know that nearly 90% of Americans oppose abortion in the third trimester. The number that would support abortion up to the moment of birth has to be minuscule. It's a horrific policy.
Yeah, I mean, based on the most recent Harvard poll that was just released just a few days ago, it's less than 10% of voters say that they would support abortion into the final month of pregnancy, and yet that is the law that the DC politicians want to impose on every voter in America, to take this away from the people, take it away from my state, take it away from all the other states and the voters in the states, but impose this law uniformly that is not supported by 90% of the American people. Talk about anti-democratic. At the same time, they want to shut down 3,000 pregnancy care centers all around this country. That's radical. Thank you for being here.
Oh my God. So, if the clinic can provide services, but they want them to be able to do abortions too?
What's catching my eye is that they're saying that they're looking at people saying that we don't want, over 90% of people saying, hey, no, we don't want to support abortions up to a point where the person might have a baby. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to support that, but you got
up until that water breaks.
You got the government saying, hey, look, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to just like you said, the water break. That's inhumane. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's horrific.
No compassion.
I don't have the words to say for it. It's like, wow. So you're saying that all the way up to an 8-pound baby.
Yeah, sometimes bigger than that, but yeah.
You saying that? So how?
No value, value, no meaning, nothing. It's just
that's scary.
It's still a glob to them. They haven't breathed air outside of the womb, so technically we can go ahead and do this thing. That's not right.
Yeah.
All right, you two, don't forget to like and subscribe. This one was yeah. And for her to say what she said at the beginning, I'm just still surprised by that one.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess this is liberal, so maybe I shouldn't be. All right, you two. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Peace.